When I was 6, I had a recurring nightmare about a forest shrouded in mist. It stuck with me for 20 years, inspiring various short stories, poems, fanfictions, and other scribbles that eventually grew into my first book, Under the Willow Root. The story evolved into a garden of light and shadows, which got great reviews from beta readers and quite a few encouraging bites from agents. I kept sending out queries, and in March of 2019, I received an offer of publication from a small indie press. I knew I'd be taking a risk with such a young organization, and unfortunately, my fears proved valid. Late in 2019, just as I'd started the editing process, I was informed that publishing activities would be delayed or even suspended due to unforeseen medical complications for the editor-in-chief. I got my rights back, hoping to find another publisher for my manuscript. Then I thought, why can't I be my own publisher? From working with editors at my now ex-publisher and at various literary journals, I had discovered that good critique partners and beta readers can provide developmental editing at least as good as what I had been offered by a professional. As for line editing, I am an editor. I make my living editing essays and teaching grammar. An editor I hired for my first short story collection back in 2018 offered me a position with her literary magazine just a few months after working on my collection. So here I am, collecting pre-orders to help defray some of the costs associated with publishing. I'm so excited to bring this book into the world, and I hope you'll help me do it. The Chalice and the Crown is a young adult fantasy with strong crossover potential, featuring a ballerina who uses her strength and resilience as a dancer to free herself from a curse. The story was inspired not only by my childhood nightmare, but by Russian lullabies, Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake, and the memoir Brain on Fire, My Month of Madness. After months of hallucinations, insomnia, and delusion, the protagonist, Sasha, falls into her nightmare world and finds herself sold into a magical slavery. She isn't certain if it's real or a product of her own madness, but all she wants is to go home, until she realizes that home isn't necessarily where she thought it was. Part of her has fallen in love with the magic and wonder of her nightmare world and with the people she met there, and she needs to decide if the line between reality and madness is as important or as fixed as she once thought. I hope you'll consider pre-ordering The Chalice and the Crown through Kickstarter in order to help me get this book into the hands of readers like you. I'm not looking for handouts. Everyone who pledges will receive a digital or hard copy depending on the level of their pledge. Some packages even include free copies of my other works as well as pre-release access to the book itself. The money will go directly to publishing costs such as the purchase of an ISBN number, distribution fees, and cover design. If our goal isn't met, everyone's money gets returned, and we don't get a book. So please, head over to Kickstarter and order the package that best fits your needs. Thank you, everyone. I can't wait to share Sasha's story with the world.